Welcome and greetings. We are extremely pleased to be here with you today, this day of your time. Our transmission for you today is regarding family behaviors. Dearest ones, we love you so much. We are continuously asked regarding how, through law of attraction, one can change the unpleasant behavior of their spouse or the undesirable behavior of their child. We offer to you, throughout this transmission, a healing for you are the one who is hurting the most. There are a few concepts of which we shall discuss in our transmission today. First, everything is a reflection. Everything is a boomerang. Everything. This means what you are seeing or experiencing is a reflection of some vibration within yourself. Let us now offer a few scenarios to you for your additional understanding. Imagine you are standing in a room in your home with a family member with whom you have friction and frustration, and that room with you. What does the energy feel like in your imagination right now, thinking about that family member with whom you have this frustration and friction, standing in the same room with you? With nothing more than just your imagination of you standing in a room in your home and a member of your family that you find frustrating is in the room with you, how do you feel? Right now in your imagination, what does that feel like? Is it wonderful and peaceful? Or does your body feel tight, constricted, and tense? It will be one or the other. If you focus only upon their loving aspects, you will imagine you feel peace and love. However, if you focus upon their undesirable aspects, you will feel the opposite of the peace vibration. Now, this has all happened in your imagination. This did not happen in your physical environment. So what are you planning will happen? What are you creating, dearest ones? If you feel tight and constricted because of the thought of the other person, what steps are you doing to choose to relax yourself and focus upon the characteristics that cause you to feel peace? You have to do it first. Regardless as to what it is, you need to give first. You need to give a vibration first. You need to give the action first. You need to do it first. If you wait for someone else to do it, you shall wait forever. You need to choose to take control and offer the vibration or behavior first. Dearest ones, hear our words now, for this will change your life. The timeline that you are on at that exact moment you notice the things you do not like is a timeline where nothing will change. The other person will not all of a sudden see the error of their ways. And that particular timeline that you are on at that exact moment when you are noticing all of the problems is one where you stay frustrated and nothing becomes better. That will last forever. So how do you get out of this? You have to choose a different timeline. You cannot force the other person to do it for you. You have to stop what you're doing and choose a different timeline. This means, dearest ones, again, hear us now. This means you have to put in the effort to move to a different timeline. One where you feel better and the behavior of others is better. This does not magically happen, dearest ones. This can only happen because you are aware of how timelines work. This can only happen because you are aware that the only way to achieve change is to do something different. This can only happen because you are aware of the law of attraction. Every single microfraction of a second is a timeline. Every single microfraction of a second gives you an opportunity to choose a higher timeline. Yes, every single microfraction of a second. What does this mean? This means when you are standing in a room with someone and there is an argument, in that very moment, you could choose to stop yourself. Recognize that unless you choose to move to a higher timeline, then nothing will ever change. So, as the argument is still going on by the other person, you choose to stop yourself from speaking. Take a deep breath and offer to the other person a silent blessing similar to the following. In this now moment, I recognize my current vibration and I choose to stop my current vibration and instead move to a higher vibration. I thank you for allowing me this opportunity to practice being a master of my own vibration. And I thank you for giving me this opportunity to knowingly activate the God force within myself. I am sorry for sending you any low vibrations of my thoughts or words that caused you harm. Please forgive me. And from here on, I choose to behave with love, calmness, and compassion for the pain that you are in, which is so severe that you are behaving in a way that is calling out for help. I send you help with my love. Thank you. Does this mean you need to wait until you are in a physical situation to offer this silent blessing? No, in fact, we encourage you to offer this silent blessing to everyone with whom you feel any frustration. We encourage you to think of a frustrating scenario that has already happened and play it out again in your imagination. However, this time we recommend you to choose to behave differently in your imagination. We encourage you to stop yourself from saying whatever it was that you may not feel was of loving words. We encourage you to stop yourself from thinking whatever it was that you may not feel was a loving thought. We encourage you to go within to your God force and choose to halt the lower vibration that is being sent out of you and to deliberately choose to say the silent blessing and choose to feel a higher vibration. Dearest ones, this does take some practice and some time. This is why we encourage you to think about the practice of forgiveness on a regular basis. Because as you forgive someone else, you actually are choosing a higher timeline for yourself. And you keep shifting and sliding to higher and higher timelines. Forgiving someone else does not mean that you still need to interact with them. All forgiveness means is that you choose to let them go with love so you can move to a higher life. Now, when you are in a room with a disagreeable family member, dearest ones, this means that you too have the same vibration within yourself. Whatever it is that you find disagreeable about your family member, there is a vibration within that person that flows within you too. It's not necessarily their physical actions that you have within yourself. It is the vibration. Otherwise, you would have not been in the same room as that person. Not because you necessarily choose to not be in the same room, but because the divine universe shall cause the two of you to do a dance where for some reason your paths do not cross. So again, if you are in a room with someone whom you find disagreeable, you can begin to heal the situation by asking yourself, what vibration is within me that is being reflected by the other person, and vice versa. Also, what can you focus upon that will cause you to move to a higher timeline and a higher vibration? Dearest ones, we love you so much. We ask you to hear our words now, for they shall change your life if you take them into your beingness. We encourage you to ask yourself the following: what would my life feel like if all of my prayers were answered? Again, ask yourself the following: what would my life feel like if all of my prayers were answered? Now, notice we did not say what would my life look like if all my prayers were answered, but we deliberately stated what would my life feel like if all my prayers were answered. Because, dearest ones, we love you so much. You do not know who needs to enter your life or who needs to exit your life. You do not know what needs to enter your life or what needs to exit your life, because these are manifested actions of a vibration, and there are an infinite number of manifested actions possible per each vibration. Therefore, dearest ones, focus upon what you would feel like, what your life would feel like if all your prayers were answered. So right now, ask yourself that question: what would my life feel like if all my prayers were answered? How has your physical body changed in that moment, dearest ones? Did you relax? Did you take a deep, slow breath? Did a gentle smile appear? Did you feel calm? What else did you feel? Remember, Never focus upon the action that you think needs to take place, because that is what is causing you to feel the disharmony and unpleasantness in the first place. You cannot ever determine the action. That is for the divine universe. It is your job, and only your job, to focus upon the feeling. You must trust that the action will be blessed. So as you are dealing with displeasurable people in your home, remember that these beautiful humans are acting as mirrors for you to see an aspect of yourself that you have hid long ago. No matter the actions, no matter the words, only see that all of those displeasing situations are mirrors for you to see something within you that you hid, a vibration. The vibration does not need to match the same actions, the same words. But there is a feeling within that matches you. It is not easy to do, dearest ones, as it takes great internal strength. But that is why your Love Light team is surrounding you. We are all here for you, offering you support, offering you courage, offering you guidance. You are not alone. The path you are on is not an easy path at first. In fact, it is the most challenging thing you shall ever do in your lifetime. But it is not difficult forever. Only while you are learning how to notice your vibration and notice your environment and notice how to deliberately and methodically make the changes you want. It gets to become heaven upon earth, but one must go through their internal darkness to find their true light. In choosing to practice love, patience, compassion, and ownership of your contribution to the situation, you diffuse the situation, you raise the frequency, you increase the vibration, and you shift to a higher timeline where the situation is better and better because you asked yourself the magical question: how would I feel if all of my prayers were answered? And you lived in that feeling. Dearest ones, live in that feeling. Ask yourself again, how would I feel if all of my prayers were answered? We leave you now in the love and the light of the one infinite Creator, Adonai.